So here's a question for you. What if you could buy a house and your mortgage payment would be cheaper than what you're paying in rent? I mean, seriously, that's the question. Would you buy a house if your mortgage payment was cheaper than your rent? But here's another question. Would you buy a house if you only had to have $1,000 to buy the house? I want to know the answer to the question because we need to get this type of information out there to the public because the United States government is not sharing with consumers, with people, about the affordable means of which they can buy a house. Their mortgage payment is cheaper than what they would be paying in rent, and it only costs $1,000. And look, mortgage lenders are aware of this program. Real estate agents that we have that work with us around the country in every state in the United States are aware of this program. But I don't know why they don't share more of this with the actual public, the actual consumers, the people that could purchase a house. Because if you've got a 620 or higher credit score, you've been on your job for 2 years, you make $35,000 a year, you could buy a $100,000 home. But the same goes for the media and the TV, the news media. You don't see anybody talking about this. You don't see any of the means of the media. I wish the hell they'd call me because I'd share it with everybody because I'm trying to share it with the public. I'm trying to share it with the world. Anybody in the United States, if you've been on your job for 2 years, you have the opportunity to qualify to purchase a house. And you can't tell me there's not homes all around the country for $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, even $400,000. This program I'm talking about is called a USDA home loan. Now, this stands for the United States Department of Agriculture. It's kind of like that USDA, like you see stamped actually on meat at your local grocery store, right? So it's USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, but it's a rural development loan. But what people don't understand is you don't have to live way out in the boondocks. You don't have to be out in the sticks. These are neighborhoods and areas and communities that are in the suburbs that are literally walking distance to Target, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, all across the nation. So here's how it works. It's a 100% loan that the United States government insures. So the U.S. government tells mortgage lenders, if you'll loan people the money, we'll insure it. So you have to pay private mortgage insurance, but it's actually less than what you would pay if you got an FHA loan. So you're paying less in this mortgage insurance, right? But you also have a fixed rate mortgage where your principal and interest rate doesn't change. It's fixed for 30 years and your payment won't go up. And look, I'm hoping this is because it could be the new wave of affordable housing. If we can get the word out there enough and we can actually inform people that this program is a 100% loan program, of course you have to qualify. So it's not going to be some crazy giving you money because you can fog a mirror. It's not going to be one of those 2008, 2007 housing crashes. You have to qualify for these loans. But the cool thing about it is, once you qualify, you start to pay your mortgage, no one can take it away from you. It's your house forever. Now, as I'd mentioned, we have agents all around the country in every city, every state, you name it, we've got somebody we can connect you with. I'm going to put the number below, but if you call 985-626-1313, that is our direct office line. Someone will answer that phone. They will connect you with an agent and connect you with a lender that can do this type of loan. So if you're watching this video, please share it with someone you know that you think would benefit. And whatever you do, don't forget to subscribe to our channel because we're trying to get the word out and produce more and more videos like this. Leave us a comment if you've ever bought a home this way, because if you've purchased a house this way, you give a huge ray of hope to others that have not. And if they can hear your message and your testimony that you've purchased a house this way, it gives them hope that they too can purchase a house just like you did. Quite simply, this is the way it works. They base it on your income. So if you make too much money, you can't qualify for this house. But for the most part, if you're, for example, a married couple with 2 children and you make less than $107,000 a year, you could qualify for this program. If you're a married couple with no kids, or if you're a single person and you make $107,000. Listen, it varies. And what's really cool about that, it varies in the income. We're going to put a link in this video below so you can click and search and see your specific county, your state, and it will show you the maximum income that you can make to be able to get this loan. I advise you to do that before you make a phone call or reach out to anyone to get qualified, because you want to make sure that there's houses in your area. It will also show you a map of where these actual homes are located, because listen, these homes are not in the heart of the city. They're on the outskirts of town. And look, I get it. One of the biggest reasons why people don't even pursue purchasing a house is because they don't want to be disappointed. They don't want to be let down. They don't want to be told that they can't buy a house after they get their hopes up. But I'm telling you, it's so important. The lenders that we work with, they don't charge you to get qualified and get approved. Now, of course, there's a difference between getting qualified and getting approved. When you're qualified, you just spoke with someone, you told them what your income is, and they told you what more than likely you can qualify for. When you get approved, you actually show them proof of income, proof that you paid your taxes, proof and gave them permission to pull your credit. So they know what you make, what you have going out on a monthly basis. They can tell you exactly what you're approved for. At that point, they can give you a piece of paper. It's like cash. You can go buy a house. Now look, I know a lot of people say, Wayne, I can't do that because I filed bankruptcy, and people have hardships. It's normal. 35% of the people in this country don't own a home, but they could and they should. But what holds them back is they're afraid, because they filed bankruptcy, that it's going to be on their credit for 10 years. And it will be on your credit for 10 years. However, you can still buy a house. If you file bankruptcy, yes, you can still buy a house. Sure, it's on your credit for 10 years. But after 2 years from your discharge date, regardless of you filed Chapter 7, 13, or 11, 2 years from your discharge date, you can purchase a house as long as your credit is 620 or higher, and you have proof that your income can in fact cover the mortgage payment each month on a house. Now, a lot of people say, Wayne, I've got collections, or I've had a car repossessed. So here's what I tell folks. If you've had money and you've saved money, you need to take that money and try to work out what they call an offer and compromise with those entities. Because working out an offer and compromise with any lending institution, and ask them and get them to take it off your credit, and at that point it will help your credit score. Listen, we have lenders all around the country. They don't charge people to do this. They make their money when you purchase a home. That's how we make a living. You buy houses, we give you loans. That's how we all work. I mean, let's face it, money's like oxygen. It makes the world go round. You can't live without it. So please, it's important to you, it's important to me, it's important to everyone. If we can get the word out and the message out, more people can purchase houses this way. We can educate more people. If you know somebody at Fox News, let them know. Have them call me. My number's 985-626-1313. That is my direct line. I'll put it on the screen. If you have any questions, any concerns, you can text that number. You can reach out to us. We have lenders that can help you. So while the government, Fox News, CNN, all these news broadcasting companies, while they are not putting this out there, I do not know. When they were sending out stimulus checks, it was the talk of the town. This is basically like a stimulus check. Seriously, if you go to rent somewhere, they're going to charge you the first month's rent, a non-refundable pet deposit, plus a deposit. You can buy a house for $1,000. This is no joke. So look, leave us a comment, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'm bringing more and more information. My name is Wayne Turner. I've been in the real estate business, brokering, selling, investing, buying, flipping real estate for 30 years. My ultimate goal is I do this every day. And I think it's just important that people that work hard should have the opportunity to purchase a house, especially when you only need $1,000.